Live from San Antonio, Texas. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, a couple of ex-Spurs are in the news this week.
Ex-Spurs?
Yeah, Drew Eubanks.
Oh, he got his face mangled.
You see that? I want to get and Patty Mills.
Yeah.
My guy Patty. And no one's saying Patty is awesome anymore or ever was awesome. He was a helper on that championship team. He had a good stint in San Antonio, and I like the guy. He's a cool dude, and yes, he lived down the street from me in the Hellscape, or he had a house. He wasn't there all the time.
Did you ever see him?
Yeah,
when you're
a
in
couple of
Hellscape?
times, yeah.
Is he a surfer?
Big time.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Well, he's from Australia. They surf a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw him a couple of times. And, of course, he don't know who the hell I am. Like, I'd be driving
He didn't
down the
know
road.
who Mike Taylor was?
Well, no. I mean, I was trying to, like, whip his ass to try to get him to come on. But I never could get in front of him. I saw him twice, but it was, like, in passing. The first time I saw Patty in Hawaii was up in the countryside where where I lived, out in the woods.
Yeah.
On the beachfront. I'm making this sound all big time, but again, we had the cheapest house in the neighborhood. He just owned a little rental property that he was there for 2 weeks a year. He's a Spur at the time. I think he was still with us. And I'm driving down the highway, and I see Patty and his wife, big, tall, blonde woman.
Yeah.
And he's carrying a surfboard on his head.
Those things are heavy.
Yeah, they're not easy to carry. And I pass by, I go, Patty, and he goes, hey mate, like that, and that's it. So he didn't know who the hell I was. I was just some idiot passing by. Another time. Same thing. I'm driving on the highway because I never could tell exactly which house was
his crib. Right.
I was just going to knock on the door.
No, you wouldn't have. I'm
glad
you did.
If he'd given me 30 seconds, he would have been like, oh, okay, you're from San Antonio. Get the fuck out of here. Who knows? But he wouldn't have shot me.
The one who knocks.
But one other time, he was just kind of walking, and I was still driving. I wasn't going to stop in the road. And I just go by and go Spurs, go! And he's like, he just goes, just throws up two fingers and like, okay.
It was like,
I'm in Hawaii.
You went too far.
I'm far away from the NBA life. I'm minding my own business in the countryside of this beautiful island in the middle of the Pacific. And hey, man, Patty fucking Mills won a championship. So Patty's going to Miami. So all that to say is, would I love him here? Of course. Not now. We need to get this little season out of the way, get into the summer, figure out who's leaving, figure out what their next plan is. But if you told me that there was a spot for a veteran champion who knew the Spurs way, who could come in here, maybe work with Trey Jones, if he's going to continue to be the point guard, I don't know. If you told me that I need a veteran at the end of the bench who's going to wave towels but be a good locker room dude for these kids, I think Patty'd be great.
So you kind of want him in that Udonis Haslam role.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, for
Makes
sure.
sense.
All right, Patty
Teaching
talk.
the young kids how to eat on the road, all that shit. Go to bed.
Absolutely.
Use condoms in this city.
Yes, make sure you use condoms. Don't.
Speaking of Udonis, I think he may end up a Heedle.
Really? Was Udonis a big condom advocate or something?
No.
You're just making up shit.
I was talking about Miami since Miami,
right.
like they said, don't come down here for spring break.
Oh.
They had a campaign.
Right.
Like commercials, $100 parking, there's a curfew. Like,
That's old people get mad. Tired of it.
Mike.
We don't want they're all New Yorkers. We don't want these idiots in here anymore.
If you're a snowbird and you're coming home to your $3 million mansion in Miami during spring to get away from the cold, and a bunch of Rudy J's are running around with their shirts off and smoking weed and partying in your town and honking and HOA. The HOA in Miami has spoken. Don't come down here for spring break. So don't go to South Beach. I've only been to Miami once.
Yeah.
I saw the Jersey Shorecast. They were filming there.
Oh my God.
Dude, I haven't been back. I went in 2010, and a pitcher of mojitos was $65. And my wife, at the time, she was my girlfriend. We looked at each other and we're like, we can't afford to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This was bad money decision.
Yeah, it was an awful money. And
Should
then
have went to Orlando.
Yeah, so we ordered two crowns with a splash of water.
In South Beach?
Yes, and they
okay.
said $35, and that was another moment we looked at each other. We're like, we shouldn't be
This
here.
is dumb, yeah.
We shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
It was the worst decision ever. We haven't been back. Again, that was 2010. I've been 14 years. I learned my lesson.
Damn.
Florida.
Okay.
I
Florida's
forgot LG.
fine.
I forgot LG.
I have partied in South Beach.
I liked
Spent
Destin.
3
I went to
days.
Destin.
I've not been to Destin. I heard
liked
it's awesome.
It was cool.
Yeah. South Beach was cool.
You liked South Beach?
For 3
You?
days. Yeah, I liked it. No, I like everything in moderation. I'm bougie
After
in
2
moderation.
days, you're like, all right, I had enough of this shit.
Yeah, so, and by the way, so I'll tell you the story real quick. So, rented a little boutique hotel in South Beach, and this is that ticket $760 money.
Yeah. That's 6-figure money.
Yeah, y'all help me get back
That
to Miami
6-figure
Beach.
money was good. Mike was traveling the world with LG.
Thunderdome, y'all feel free to jump in here on the chat right now and lend us your money and help me get back
You're
to
going
Miami
to New
one
York
day.
3 times a year and shit.
Yeah, we vacationing in Floresville these days. So, Corpus is nice this time of year. Beautiful brown water is incredible. We're in a little boutique hotel in the lobby waiting on a cab. Going to ride into the city. And right next door, all of a sudden, we look outside, this big crowd of people, like they stop the street. Cop pulls up, gets out, stops the cars, and all these people just start running across the street, just rando pedestrians. And they're all looking into the building that's next to the little boutique hotel that we're staying at. Mm-hmm. And they're all doing this up against the glass. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Got the cell phones out. What the fuck?
Who was it?
Well, I didn't realize that the boutique hotel that I was staying at was connected to a boutique owned by Kim Kardashian.
Oh, Dash.
Kim.
It was called
that's
Dash.
it. Kim and Chloe or Joey or Hori or whatever, one of the other ones.
Hori,
They're
that's
over there
fucked
next
up.
door. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. They're over there shopping and they're rolling for the show. It's just a random scene of them. They're just part of the show that day was to go to your own boutique and they're looking to close. They were there for about 20 minutes and it stopped down Miami.
Wow.
Insane.
The only time that happened for me, All-Star Weekend in Houston, and I'm at the Galleria, and all of a sudden I see 3 or 4 security guards in front of a door,
Yeah.
Chanel store, and they closed down the store so he could shop in peace. It was Pharrell.
Oh, okay.
It was Pharrell. They closed Chanel for him.
For real? For real?
Yeah, Pharrell.
Okay.
Saw the great Pimp C that year too.
Oh.
And that was an unfortunate scene because Pimp C's security, they were just mashing people to make a hole for him.
Oh, really?
Like
was this
the
later
Ritz.
in his life when
This is like, say, this is early
Things were
on.
not
This is like
going
03 when he was still alive. You see Pimp C walking. Like, it's crazy to see Pimp C. Like, from the South, me being from the South, Pimp C is our Jay-Z.
Yeah, he probably looked at you and thought, "What the fuck? He looks like Bun."
Yeah, he's our, I know. Was that Bun? At the time, I still had hair, so no, he wasn't looking at me like that.
All right, Pimp
Anyway.
C Talk brought to you by R&R Auto Glass, the official auto glass company of In the Building.
I'm sorry, Janet.
If you are in need of glass repair, then get over to 281 in Tacoma. Specifically 104 West Tacoma Drive near the airport, and they will take care of your glass quick, whether it's a side window, back window, sunroof issues. Maybe the little motor thing inside the door is not working and the window's stuck. They'll fix that too. It's R&R, and make sure you mention this show and get yourself a discount. It is an especial, the In the Building special at R&R Auto Glass at 210-340-2588 or rnautoglass.com.
You got to tell him how many times LG's punched me to get the discount.
Whoa. That's hard to, at least 5.
Has it been 5?
Me, they've lost count.
To get the R&R discount, you got to tell them how many times LG's punched Rudy in the
All right, let's
face.
just go right there. Let's just have show synergy and segue.
Let's do it.
It's the punch of the day presented by the official family lawyer of our show, Orlando Kell. All right. So do you have a punch?
TSA.
The leader. Okay. What? Why? They up in your business?
Yeah, man. Like
Well, this sounds serious.
I look, I know it's not the greatest job, but sometimes they're just flat out rude. Like they're yelling and screaming at everybody. I said laptops gotta go in the bin. Yes, you got to take off your shoes. Sir, step back. I'm not going to tell y'all again. Like, goddamn, look, if you hate it that much, go to Amazon's hiring. You can always go drive for Amazon. Some of the TSA people are freaking dicks.
Yeah, I have a theory on that. I'm not excusing them.
Are they trying to like weed out the bullshit? Like,
well,
what's
they
your theory?
deal with dumbasses, and so they just assume we're all dumbasses because dumbasses ruin it for everybody. Which is why if you're LG, you travel in style. He's got all the passes.
He's got the pre-TSA and the global entry, and he can go to the Pentagon with his flip-flops on.
Sure, they have a cart waiting on him when they drive him up to the tarmac.
He gets sushi delivered to his seat when he sits down on the plane.
Yeah. Although
why did I say sushi? That was racist.
That's okay.
My bad, LG.
It's okay. He likes sushi.
He loves it. He told me about a spot me and my wife need to go to because my wife loves sushi.
It's okay.
Okay.
You gotta leave all that woke shit outside. We're not woke in here.
Tiger sushi.
It's on a balance here. We have fun with things.
Yeah, we do.
Look, I'm not anti-woke. Woke started off as something good that meant well to weed out racist dipshits.
Yeah.
What it has turned into, because people ruin everything, because we overcorrect.
Right.
Woke's now, it's become something that I don't really want to be associated with.
No, me neither.
Yeah, overwoke. Because we over everything.
Yeah.
We overcorrect everything.
But what was your thoughts on me punching TSA? You want me to take my punch back?
No, I'm with you. Because you get that disgruntled guy. What do they make? $18 an hour. They're used to dumb. Every 20 person's an idiot. Doesn't do the right thing. Doesn't listen. Asks dumb questions. Won't take the earbuds out. What? And they just get their ass whipped. Because they probably deal with 100 of those a day. They deal with 10,000 people a day, but every 10,000 you get those 100 dumbasses, and so they're just beaten down by everybody.
Now the one thing I will give them, like, dude,
but they still shouldn't be rude. That's the job.
But by now you should know you got to put your hands like this. So I give them that. That's like
the job.
When you step through, LG, you don't have to deal with that, right? You don't do this. You don't have to step in the scanner.
Only if I go through the regular line.
Okay, so you should know by then.
Right.
You know, there's some stuff we should know, but I'm just saying some of them are really, really rude.
I'm with you. No, I'm gonna piggyback your punch. Punch the CEO of TSA. I guess they don't have a CEO; it's a government agency, but still,
it's Bud.
Who?
Button, whatever.
Oh yeah, Buttigieg.
Transportation Secretary.
Pete Buttigieg.
Okay.
The Transportation Secretary. What was Julian Castro? He was HUD, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was housing, urban development.
Yeah.
It's Orlando Kell. If you are a disgruntled traveler and maybe you went on vacation and that was it, okay, we're going to try to save this marriage with a vacation.
That's what I was just going to say.
We're going to go to Mexico. We're going to have a great-ass week. We're going to fix this relationship. And you come back madder than ever, that's it, we're done. If Mexico can't help, Orlando Kell can. Wash your hands of that bitch by calling Orlando Kell. I've been to the office. I love that. Yeah. I told y'all this the other day. It's not one of these huge palace-looking offices.
I don't like that.
The marble floor and the elevator. It's a professional setting.
I want it to feel like you're listening to me.
Intimate.
You care about. Yeah.
You're there to You're there to tell this man some of the most intimate, private things ever, as you embark upon, which hopefully will be the worst thing you ever go through. A divorce, hopefully, is the worst thing any of us ever have to go through. Because there's worse, losing people dying, disease. But it's still a moment of vulnerability. You need comfort. And that office is comfortable. It's professional, but it's comfortable. And you're dealing with a Thunderdomer. It is Orlando Kell, 210-775-4995. Or email him directly at orlandokilllaw@gmail.com.
And shout out to his papa.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jim from El Paso. We're going to make him famous. He's the official Thunderdomer of the city of El Paso. And we've got some El Pasoans
Hey, Jim,
that listen.
I got a couple packages I need you to get through.
Okay. I'm sure he's dealt with... You spit on me.
Careful.
That hit me in the face. He's going to punch you. You got shit wet.
How's my laptop?
Laptop is good. Laptop is perfect, LG. I promise. Don't fucking late punch me. It's fine. Now look, I swear to God.
I'm glad it was the water and not the
Rebel. It wasn't the Rebel.
Oh, God.
You got a tear on your face now too.
My bad, Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
It went in my mouth.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you a spitter?
We've gotten closer.
That's nasty.
I don't want to spit in nobody's mouth.
I don't want to
I would
either. I
let
don't
someone
get that.
spit in mine.
I don't get that.
I might. I'm a nasty dude, man.
I don't get the spit thing.
I don't either, but in the moment, I'm down for anything. I'm just nasty as fuck. It is. I mean, I accept it. I know. Let's move on. I accept it. Okay.
Remember,
I understand. All right. Earlier this week, I went on a rant about how our town, and I love this city.
Oh shit!
But our city has some weaknesses.
Serious? Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to bog us down again.
No, you don't have to. Go ahead.
But I'm making a point to get to our guest, because he's a guy from here who's actually doing something legitimate to help this world, to contribute something. I went on a rant this week about how this town, and I've lived in a handful of cities, so I have experience. I love our city. I love this town. I'll probably get buried in this town. We have a proclivity, sound like Stephen A. Smith, to trump up people who've done nothing. We will make people a celebrity in this city, or a little local celebrity who ain't done shit. And so people were emailing me and texting, you're right about this. People agree. A lot of people agree. We make
a local screwball.
Just because you're some fucking little local reporter, you ain't done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Or Spurs Jesus was the guy that came up. It is what it is. The guy has a fucking mural on Southtown 101, which is insane. We have had a lot of people from this town do great things, really cool things, contribute, or do cool stuff, or both. LG and I were talking about the great Peter Weller, who played RoboCop.
Yeah, y'all let me know. I swear I was.
Love that movie.
I was today years old when I found out RoboCop was from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I should know that.
Yep. Went to Alamo Heights High School.
Yeah.
He's a mule.
There was a long-time television show on CBS called Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds, yes.
The tall white guy that was the head of the FBI group in Criminal Minds.
San Antonio?
Right, San Antonio, Texas. Matter of fact, it's funny because I just saw he posted on Facebook, so good to be back in my home city. The great John Quinones, the longtime ABC News reporter, who has been a fixture on 2020. He does a bunch of those ABC expose shows where they send him down to these amazing 10-minute long packages on murder and stuff like that. John Quinones. You've heard of John Quinones at LG, ABC News. Anyway, there are lots of people who've done lots of cool shit. So I thought, and I'm just throwing this out there, maybe it starts with this kid. I call him a kid. He's 32. He's going to be a billionaire at 50, or if not before. I thought on occasion we should try and reach out to people that are doing awesome stuff, that are from here.
The dude that played Selena's dad in the series is from here.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? He played
I know that. I can see the face.
Yes.
I can see the face.
Yeah, and he was in Desperate Housewives too.
Oh yeah, I met that guy.
Yeah,
I met him a couple of times.
Yeah, he's from here.
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah, for sure. His name's Borrego, is it not?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Andrew, I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that the lawyer that we met with, Andrew Berger? I think you're confusing it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Andrew. Anyway, another Mexican guy. But no, the guy from Desperate Housewives. He's from here. One of the hottest actors in the world, Pedro Pascal. He's technically.
Who is he?
He's technically
What did he
Peruvian.
play?
He's the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Oh shit, he's from here?
Yeah, he was in Narcos. So technically, his parents were from Peru, but they moved here when he was like 5, and from 5 to 10, his formative elementary school years, Pedro Pascal lived here.
The main cop in Narcos?
Yeah, the guy that
You know what? He's doing a cigar event here soon.
He's a fucking
We need
stud.
to get him on.
Again, we have a
get
lot
him
of
on.
legit people from this town doing cool shit. That's why I don't know why we're putting Spurs Jesus on a goddamn bill.
What should we call that segment? Let's keep it under wraps.
Think tanking.
Let's think it under wraps.
I know, and maybe it starts with this kid here. Maybe it turns into a segment. Maybe it turns into a show. We do a feature on San Antonio people doing cool shit. I don't know. So there's this young man.
That's the name.
Yeah, maybe San Antonio people doing cool shit. May need an acronym for that. But nonetheless, let's think tanking.
All right.
So I read in the paper a few months ago about this young guy from here who has gotten into the cannabis business in other states, obviously. and has started several companies, several brands. He's in his early 30s. He went to Churchill High.
That's unfortunate.
And he has gotten hooked up with Snoop Dogg.
Blood out.
And they are releasing help me out with this, because obviously Texas, we're not going to be selling THC laced energy drinks.
I guess we should ask him. What's the wiggle around?
Yeah. So this week we talked to a guy by the name of Jake Hill. One of his companies is Hill Beverage Company. Kid goes, we got his whole story. He's very intriguing. When you were talking to him, then you see this kid's going to be a billionaire. This kid's he's a science
without
genius.
a doubt.
Oh my God.
Without a doubt. He'll be a billionaire soon. So hopefully he don't forget us.
In the building.
Yes,
with
science.
Snoop Dogg's THC or Delta 8 energy drink partner, Jake Hill, on In the Building on Love You Hard TV. We'd like to reach out for people that are from this area that are doing real kick-ass stuff. And you're a dude who is doing some kick-ass stuff. So that's why we wanted to call you and basically ask you, we know who you are, but how the hell did you get hooked up with Snoop Dogg? We'll get that elephant out of the room, and then we'll talk about you and the business and all that. How the hell did you break through with him?
Yeah, so I've been in multiple different industries since I graduated high school in 2009. I just jumped right into it. I went to college, started working in college, and was always doing a multitude of different things. Started working at a car wash, Sonic, Little Caesars, and just kind of migrated different industries. But always was really into cannabis. Just full disclosure. So,
all the way back to high school, probably, right, Jake?
Yeah, exactly. I took high school to a whole little literal level, and so it started out that back in 2010, and then was in college, UTSA, and I started to get more involved in the industry as it became more and more medically legal out in California. So I gained a lot of connections out there, and eventually just fully immersed myself in 2012 and 13, and then dropped out of college, moved out to the West Coast, and started the company in a garage. And we started our first grow, and as soon as I walked into the grow room in the garage that had a little medical license attached to it, I was just completely blown away, totally inspired. I was like, this is what I want to do. I come from a science background, and I just immediately fully immersed myself and took like every penny I had.
Take us through the conversation. Take us through the conversation with your parents.
Yeah, it's not an easy conversation for sure, but my parents are a little bit, they're definitely on the conservative side for sure in Texas, but they're a little socially liberal for sure. So they've always been, kind of edgy.
So they're pro pot. They're pro pot.
Yeah, a little pro. My mom's more pro pot. My dad's not more pro pot. He's more on the low key of it. But everybody, you'd be surprised, especially on the conservative side, are pretty much pro pot. It's just like, hey, keep it on the low.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still in that phase in Texas, and it's going to become less and less taboo. And that's when the industry is really going to blow up as a whole, which is going to be really exciting.
You get out there, you get rolling, and then take me through this process where you wind up hooking up with Death Row Records, of all people.
Long story short, so it was actually in Sacramento, California, that we started out our little garage grow. Wow. And I eventually moved up to Pacific. We grew the brand. It did really well in California. So we had some of our folks that stayed in California and helped grow our operation there to a larger warehouse. And I moved up to Oregon to kind of grow into the more recreational market versus the medical market. So it was kind of weird. I bought a building and started an automations company at the same time. So from the technology side, I had a partner at the time who was in automations, and we were looking at what like the industry was using to automate the grow rooms, like the lights, the HVACs, and creating the environment. And we were paying an extraordinarily high amount of dollar for these control systems. And my partner was like, man, we could build one of these. And I was like, well, I know like how they should function from a sequencing side. So we started to develop these systems from the ground up, and it really blew up as a company. And it's called Grow Automations. And now we're, in several million square feet nationwide and worldwide. And control some of the most sophisticated grows in the world. And then on top of that, with our other partners, we've been a part of an AI robotic system that we use within our grow operations that actually look at like leaf surface of plants and tells us what they're doing biologically in real time and records that and helps us replicate that same success. And so now we're using that with food and other agricultural crops that we're developing and furthering. Where I'm going with this is that one of Snoop Dogg's main growers is a client of ours on our our automations and technology side. And so I started this back in 2016 and grew the company. And so I started a beverage company in 2019 and launched it in 2020. We launched it with WB Liquors here. It was kind of like a small scale launch, but it was called Delta Yellow Hemp. So we actually developed a full Delta cannabis lineup and how to do the whole business from top to bottom, because the beverage industry is very hard to break through, and just getting it right, especially from a cannabis side, is even harder. So I had this kind of playbook, and then I had this relationship with Snoop Dogg's main grower. And then that's when like everything kind of came together. And I was like, hey, I have a beverage, like blank beverage here, like Snoop Dogg's face on this would just absolutely be amazing. If Snoop Dogg's name, like this would just be great. He's like, yeah, his name's AK. His name's Ross, but he goes by AK. And he was like, dude, like let me throw this by Dog and let's see what he says. And this is 2022, mid 2022. And then finally Dog was like, hey, like this is really cool. We got a lot of other people approaching us with this, like literally everybody. From when it goes federally legal, like beverages are going to be like the thing that kicks the door wide open. And I just told him our story. It was really, really sincere, and we worked very, very closely with the CEO of Death Row Cannabis. Developed a full line of beverages between the ones that you see, the Doggy Spritz. Yeah, we have the Do It Fluid line, which is our first line of our first brand of products that includes Snoop Dogg specific line, Dog Pounds, and then another line called with the Death Row Records logo. But Snoop also likes to refer to as Hill Beverage Co. as the umbrella company. We're coming out with about 8 other really awesome, influential names in hip hop and music like ever. We're going to be coming out with some pretty cool collaborations and other brands.
So in Texas, it's CBD. In other states, it's actual like weed.
The 2018 federal farm bill legalized hemp and everything besides THC. So all of the cannabinoids besides THC, if it's derived from hemp, are legal. That includes CBD, CBN, THCA, which is a very, very popular thing right now. And by volume, if it's less than 0.3% THC, it's considered hemp. These mini cans, you're actually able to legally drink in Texas. They have THC in them, 3 milligrams of THC in them, but they're within the federal farm guidelines. They're with like 0.0001% THC basically. And so they were able to sell them, at places like Total Wine. So Total Wine's going to start selling them here in Texas. Specs, DoorDash. We're doing a deal. We've done a deal with DoorDash, so you'll be able to order them off DoorDash. The federal government didn't realize that they kind of legalized cannabis.
They didn't know they had a loophole. You found the loophole in the fine print.
This loophole.
That's a smart man.
Now you have tons of companies that are, capitalizing on this, and it's a great way to introduce this to the market. It's a really great product. It's made with real fruit juices and purees. It's made with hemp-derived terpenes and cannabinoids. So the terpenes act as like the carrier for the THC and the CBD molecule that give you the effects that you feel. And so that's a very, very important thing. Rather than just having THC and CBD in it, you have a full array of terpenes and cannabinoids that all work synergistically to give you that effect. It's low calories. Some of these are 9 to 15 calories, and then our Death Row Records line, it's about 40 to 70 calories, depending on
Jake, have you smoked out with Snoop?
I have been in the same room with Snoop smoking. I haven't
Hell
physically
yeah.
had a smoking session though.
Okay, cool.
Is
I'm all
it as
when I'm with
pungent?
Snoop, I'm all like locked in, and
Yeah, you're on
unless he
business
passes
mode.
me
You're
something,
you're
but
you're not in fan mode. You're
Of
being a
course.
businessman. You're
Of
being smart
course.
about it.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I
yeah.
feel you. But is the room as pungent as the rumors say it is?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. First time I ever met him, I was, of course, like, oh my god, I'm about to. This is it. Like, here we go. Like, am I gonna have a panic attack? Like, what's gonna
Right.
happen? What's going down? He's so humble. He immediately lightened the mood internally. Like, it was just an incredible experience to be like, oh my god, I'm literally in the same room with Snoop Dogg right now, and some other legends. Wiz Khalifa's in the next room. Warren G. Like,
Wow.
this is crazy to me. And then, so this is how me and Snoop actually connected really personally. Is the CEO introduces us like, "Hey, this is Jake. Like the beverage finally. Like this. Here's the beverages. Yay! Like great. This is cool. Like we shook hands. Like talked for 10 minutes about the beverages and whatnot, what our plan to market was, etc. And like who our distribution partners were. And then AK was awesome, just out of the blue, was like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the automation guy that does all of our technology and stuff. And he like goes, man, really? I didn't know that. Yo, tell me more. And like everybody like stops and looks in the room, was like, oh wow, this is like completely off script kind of thing. And so like that's what my company does on the core automation side, is develop these systems. And it does it for the cannabis side, but does it also extraordinarily well for the food side. So if we can do it for cannabis, we can do it for food. And so that's why we're working on the university level to write the curriculum behind that. So Snoop was like, man, like I've been looking for something like this. Like this is dope. But it was just like the most amazing experience, super surreal. And so he like I said, hey, like, meet me in a few days. I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'll be around. So like I'll be here whenever you need me. So he's like, so security's like, all right, everyone get out of the room. And everyone's like, after the meeting's done, like it's like, oh, okay, cool, have a nice day, Snoop. Like, see you later. And I was like, he's like, everyone get out. And then I hear Snoop like, yo, Jake, come here. And I'm like, oh God, okay.
He wanted to talk automation some more. He wanted you
Yeah.
to teach him
So
some more stuff.
he's like, it's like, man, I can't stop thinking about what you told me the other day. Like, I want to be involved. Like I gotta call these crazy ideas. Like, I want this, I want that. Like, he doesn't want, like, we didn't want anything, but just wanted to be involved in some way, shape, or form. And I'm like, yo, man, just like let me know who I need to be in contact with, and I'll make it
Well,
happen right
Snoop,
away.
you're
He's like, "Well,
in.
pull out
You
your
don't have to
phone."
sell me, Snoop. You're in. You know what I mean? You're Snoop,
Exactly.
bro. You're in.
And he goes, yo, man, pull out your phone. And like everybody stopped and looked in the room. The CEO looked over, was like, whoa, like this is crazy. And I put out my phone. He literally gives me his number right there. He says, yo, text me right now. He texts me. He's like, all right, bet, got you. Laced up. And I'm like, all right. I've been working with him for like 10 years, and I didn't have his number for the first 8. like, like he's never done that. He's never done that with any of his partners. Like, never, ever done that. So you need to like understand. Like, he may call you at like any time and want to talk business, and you just need to be ready. I'm like, hell yeah,
And
this
you'll
is
need to
great.
answer.
You pick
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Like, this is perfect. And so, like, literally, we talk all the time. We talk almost every other day. I ended up partnering up with a produce company. We're basically creating a line of Snoop Dogg products, and not really necessarily Snoop Dogg products, but within the Snoop Dogg ecosystem that incorporates some of our celebrity partners and whatnot, and creating a recognizable produce brand that is able to get you produce within 25 hours, reducing this travel time of 1,500 miles, because your average head of lettuce travels 1,500 miles, 7 to 10 days before you're actually eating it. So that's what we're also trying to do now, is making fresh produce more readily available. That was like a whole nother thing that me and Snoop just randomly started after the beverages. But yeah.
Well,
so
you're an
that's-
impressive dude, man. You're an impressive young dude, and it's just talking to you and watching you tell this story the last 20 minutes. I could see Snoop being like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and let my guard down and trust this kid. So it's
Exactly.
cool. That's a great story. So look, man, we want to help you out. First of all, when can we buy it here? And how can we help you sell it here in the area and make sure the word gets out?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that greatly. So we have a great distributor that's now distributing the products all over the state of Texas.
Okay,
Total
cool.
Wine and Specs is expected to have them by the end of April for the 420
cool.
launch. And then on DoorDash, you'll be able to actually order it off our own Dash Mart itself. So you'll be able to go just pull up your DoorDash app and there'll be a THC little banner there. You can just type in THC literally in Texas. It's kind of crazy.
We need a drink.
Oh,
this
and I'll
shit on
get
the
y'all
show.
some. Please send me your address. I'll get y'all some to the office today.
All right,
literally.
I'll do that. I'll do that. And we'll drink it on 420.
Sample pack.
Yeah, we'll drink it on a show that week.
Yeah, that week. We
you go.
drink on our show on Friday, so we'll figure it out.
All right, man. Well, you're
There
a
you
future
go.
billionaire.
Hey, that's really
so
cool.
Hey, do you have a
might-
Bugatti?
Oh yeah, not
No,
yet. Not yet.
Yeah, my partner AK, he's like, hey, I want a green Bugatti. That's all he keeps saying. That's all he keeps saying. He's like, I want a green Bugatti. I was like, I'm not there yet, but
You're
hopefully
getting there,
one
bro.
day.
You'll be there.
Sure.
Just don't forget about us.
All right, man.
No,
Yeah, no.
absolutely
Snoop's like, this kid can take my career to the next 20 years, even when I'm an old man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Smart
what we're
dudes
trying
like
to do.
you. That's what you need. All right, man. Jake,
Trying to
it's
help
been
dogs
cool.
retire.
Awesome. We've been talking for weeks back and forth, and it's cool that we finally got this
Appreciate
together,
your time,
man.
brother.
All right, so there's Jake Hill, 32-year-old kid. I graduated in 2009. Doesn't it make you question your life, what you're doing?
I can't believe he don't have a Bugatti already.
Well, he didn't tell you what he drives.
He
No
didn't
telling
tell us
what he does.
but he said Snoop's right-hand man wants a green one, so that lets me know that they thinking big numbers.
I follow him on Instagram, Jake, and it appears that he's in
Is he living a
private
life?
jets a lot. Yeah. He'll tweet from jets
That's 27 to 40 grand depending on where you're going because you're paying for the fuel, not
hotels
the plane.
in New York and shit like that. So that kid, but he's got his hand in all kinds of stuff. There's another
32? Mm-hmm. What were you doing at 32? You're on ticket 760.
I got this job at 32. I got the job at Ticket 760.
Yeah.
So I guess I did something.
You were doing something.
I wasn't flying around in corporate jets that wasn't partying with Snoop, but I mean, who the hell is at 32? That kid's a genius. And he's legit. I texted him. He's going to send me the drinks. So we need to have a show one day where we test the drinks.
No, but we got to hold him to it.
No,
now,
he will. He already said,
no,
dope.
I know.
I got dope thumbs up. I think that means something good.
I'm just saying, love you hard. We got to, if you say you're going to send us something, we need to hold y'all to it.
He is. He will.
Okay.
He's excited. He's happy. He's happy that two local dudes wanted to reach out and help him promote the stuff here in town.
Okay.
So when it comes out on 420, we'll drink it here in the room.
Okay.
I was told to say 420.
We need to also, he was talking about other liquor stores. We got to tell.
You got to get his product.
Sing, motherfucker.
Sing, motherfucker.
We got to get Sing to buy his shit.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. And Texas Cheer Liquor brought us Jake Hill today of Hill Beverage Company. The official liquor store of this show is Texas Cheer Liquor. 7 locations. Why are they hiring so much? Because they're expanding, or what's the deal?
Because you don't do shit and I don't do shit. We just
man.
scan. Just scan.
Hey, AD, Rudy told me the other day, all I do is get paid to scan product. I don't want to stock. I don't
Let
want
me
to
tell you
climb.
something.
I don't want to put things into the system.
You have the most views ever on a video on their page. You just scan. And
Dude, I helped refurbish that whole damn back corner at number 6
Good job.
up
Give
on
me some.
Boulevardian and
Give me
Evans.
some.
I
Give me
put that.
some.
I,
Good
man,
job.
I got injured on the
we
job.
bust our ass, man.
I worked my ass.
We
Okay,
do too.
okay.
I
Full
do too.
disclosure, I'm probably not their best employee.
You're not.
Wait, how do you know? Have you heard talk?
No, I just
I'm
know
not.
you. I know you. You're Mike effing Taylor. You're not trying to be the best employee.
I tell you what, you know what? I bet you, and I know you are good too. I'm
all right.
I'm customer service.
My customer service
Yes,
is through
sir.
the roof.
Through the roof.
My customer
Grade
service.
A.
I get people to come back.
Right.
That's what's most important.
Correct. Yes, and even people that don't know who the hell I am, my customer
No.
service at that place is sublime.
You know what I had a dude tell me the other day at Texas Cheer Liquor? Looked me dead in my face. Didn't know me from Adam. He was like, this ain't what you do. He was like, you're special.
Oh my! Was he drinking already when he walked in?
No, he just knows a star when he see one.
Okay.
Give me some chon chon.
And you know what I told him?
Maybe he
You know what
wanted
I
to take
told
you
him?
home.
You know what I told him? I was like, I charge $100 an hour.
Something is wrong here.
What do we get for $10?
I told him I charge $100 an hour.
Oh, wait.
I'm cheap. I'm a little bit more expensive than Bangkok, but
Oh God!
and then Texas Cheer Liquor is hiring.
Yes, they're hiring.
Texas Cheer Liquor at gmail.com.
They're hiring.
Because Mike and I suck.
That's right. Well, and here's the thing: the fact that we are also employees of our own sponsor, we are dedicated to this podcast and our clients.
That's it.
But we don't want to work there forever. We want to promote them forever.
Forever.
We want to be brand ambassadors forever.
Facts.
We do not want to work the register forever. So how does that happen? Two things have to happen. Y'all need to jump in here with a donation to this show. Jump into the super chat. You can also tip us through Buy Me a Coffee, all right? And become a damn member of this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's only $6 a month, damn it. That's it, $6. $6. I'm drinking whiskey that costs more than that for a shot.
No shit.
That's good stuff. Woo! That's why I poured water in it so I can get through the day.
Yeah, me too.
$6 to become a member on YouTube.
That's 30 cents a day.
$6 to become a subscriber on Spotify. Or whatever your platform, there's a way to become a member and watch your show or listen to it every day, and it's only $6
That's
a month.
cheaper than feeding a kid in Uganda.
Absolutely. All right, what else today? I got some shout-outs I got to get
I don't
before
have
we get
that.
out of here.
I don't have that shirt.
This is a loaner. I stole it from LG's closet.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a lot of prototype shirts.
Yeah, that's a prototype
Oh, it's a
that was
prototype.
never actually made.
And
along
I don't
with
have
this one.
that one's fire though. That's like Spurs-esque.
Yeah, I stole their colors. I'm gonna give one of these away at the
Oh.
Ringer actually on
Cool.
That's dope.
Friday.
Good job.
The one you're wearing?
Yeah,
I love
not
that.
this one, but a new one.
LG,
right,
are
like
you a San Antonio fan as a city, or are you a Spur fan? Because you wear a lot of Spur shit.
I'm
but
a
I think-
Spur fan.
I feel like you just like this. I feel like you just rep us as a city.
Nah, I don't.
You're
I'm
really
not-
a Spur fan?
I'm not in love with the city like Mike is over here.
No, LG will be repping the
So
Spurs.
you're a Spur fan.
I'm a Spur fan.
Oh,
yeah,
and
I'm a Spurs
when he
fan,
moves
yeah.
to Spain, he'll be repping the Spurs.
Oh yeah,
That's his
I'll
team.
wear my Los Spurs over there.
And me too, by the way. No question. That's family, man.
I'm not
that's
married
different.
to this city though. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No.
I like the cheap cost of living.
I'm going to make decisions that are in the best interest of my finances, like
Same.
we all should.
We
do.
all should, yeah.
Does that mean I move away from this town at some point? I would not rule it out, but I certainly wouldn't bet on it. You know, it took me years to get back home. I ain't trying to leave it now. Now, if let's just play hypothetical radio here, or let's say that Dan Levitard and John Skipper, who runs something called Meadowlark, reached out to us. In a hypothetically speaking world, John Skipper and Dan Levitard reached out to us in a hypothetical world and wanted us to do a podcast. But here's the catch. You need to move to Miami to do it. If they offered a lot of money, that's where Meadowlark is based. In Miami. That's where Dan is based.
Relocation assistance?
It depends on the money.
I'm out.
Right.
I'm out.
My
My wife is ready to move.
All right.
She loves San Antonio, but my wife's ready to move. So if that comes about, we out.
Or let's do another hypothetical. Let's say the fan in New York City
I'm out.
wanted us to go do regular radio again, but they offered LG $150,000.
Is that enough in New York?
I'd probably live
don't
in
know.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At that
same.
point, yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Well, I guess I'm making a point about
Yeah,
my
what you got?
fandom.
Yeah.
And I'll make it so. Let's say if I got all in a hypothetical world, I went to go work in New York. Fuck the Cowboys. I'm a Giants and Jets follower at that point, henceforth. Now I'm gonna talk Knicks and Nets, but the Spurs, that's always gonna be right here at mi corazón. That's different.
Yeah.
I can fuck the Cowboys and fuck the Rangers and fuck the Astros. If we wind up in San Francisco, I'm a Giants fan. But the Spurs, it's going to be hard to let that. I could never let that go. That's different. Spurs and TCU, that's me, Vida.
I grew up in the era of those three champions that are right to your right, Rudy, on that poster right there.
Yeah, that's you don't take
And
that
I can't-
away.
yeah.
You can't.
Ginobili's my favorite player of all time.
Same. Mandu's my number. He's my OG one. He's my QB1.
And as crazy as it sounds, it's true. He's the most famous Spur of all time.
He's my favorite NBA player of all time.
Because you got to remember, he's global.
Well, correct.
He's global.
Correct. Yeah, for real. But just for me personally, and he
Who's
happens
just
to
your
be
favorite
my
Spur?
guy.
Yeah.
Who's your guy? Who's your number one?
My favorite Spur of all time?
No, NBA player of all time.
Well, let's put Kobe aside. We'll put Kobe aside because that's
Why?
not fair.
Because he's a god.
No, yeah.
I
Because
love
he's
Kobe.
everybody's. And this is crazy.
I'm gonna give you while you're talking, I'm gonna write down
This
my
is
top
crazy.
five.
And this is why I became a Kobe fan. I was already there before Kobe got there because my favorite player of all time was Nick the Quick, Nick Van Exel.
No shit.
Yes.
I love me some Nick the Quick.
Yeah, man. I love
That's
Nick.
the one Spurs jersey I wish I had was a Van Exel Spurs jersey.
I love Nick Van Exel, man.
When he was here with the Spurs, he bought a TV ad to advertise his birthday party at some ghetto ass
Are
club
you serious?
downtown. It was great. Let's come celebrate my birthday with me downtown at Joe's Volcano or some shitty ass
I
club.
didn't know that.
And that's what I was like. I like this guy.
I love Nick the Quick. Cincinnati, JUCO, then Cincinnati, then a Laker. I love Nick Van Exel, my favorite player of all time.
My dudes are Manu,
Okay.
Kobe,
Yeah.
Dirk, Tim, and Bird. That's my five.
I like that.
Manu won. The other four, you can pick the order. I don't care. So it's Manu and then Bird, Tim, Kobe, Dirk.
My favorite athlete of all time, though, Ed Reed.
Really? No shit.
Ed Reed.
That's badass.
Love me, Ed.
Love Ed Reed.
Love some Ed Reed.
His mentality is what my Cowboys don't have, which is why if I got a job in Chicago, go Bears. I could dump on the Cowboys in a fucking second.
You know why?
Wouldn't bother me one.
Because
I wouldn't lose
you're
no sleep.
professional.
But I'd still. But here's the thing: people.
Now on Sundays, you still watching the Cowboys. Be clear.
not if I'm doing radio in Chicago. I'm watching the Bears.
I know
That's
you
my
are.
job.
Knock it
I don't
off.
give a shit about the
Mike,
Cowboys.
knock it
Rudy.
off. You're watching the Cowboys, Mike.
I hope I have to prove this to you.
Didn't you just do a whole show about how the Cowboys were in your blood and you could never give them up?
What's he talking about, LG?
Yeah, but
You're still going to watch them.
But
You're
I
going
don't
to watch
have to
the
watch.
Bears.
No, I'm not going to spend my Sundays watching the Cowboys. If they go to it's kind of like with the Rangers. And you saw me tear up I had too many beers.
That's my dad.
That's my daddy. The Cowboys are from the area that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
That's family. But just like with cousins and siblings, just because we got the same blood don't mean we
Don't
got to
make
know
us
each other.
family,
Fuck
right.
you. The Cowboys are the crazy uncle that steals from your mama and can't get right.
Standing outside the house telling somebody to bring them a to-go plate outside.
So I ain't watching the Cowboys every Sunday if I'm being paid to cover the Dolphins. But if they went to the Super Bowl, yeah, I'd be happy for my father and my brother and all my 99% of my family are North Texas.
99.7% of my family.
Yeah, for that. And this city. And I love this city. And this city would be so fucking over the moon if the Cowboys were to win the Super Bowl, San Antonio. And I love this city. You know. But I mean, we talking about my money. Go Eagles. I could go work for WIP in Philadelphia today and be fly Eagles fly. I could go work for whatever in
up there in New England.
I can go to Washington. Then give me them Commanders. Go Commanders.
I'll go to any of these places because they all got better direct flights to international places than this fucking city that has zero directs until a few months from now.
LG.
We'll have a direct to Frankfurt.
LG. I LG, like seriously, on this Air Force tour. So I got to go to South Carolina. I got to go to Georgia. Nothing. Like, no Southwest to Georgia. No Southwest to South Carolina.
You got layovers?
Yes. Nothing direct. So I feel you on that. Our airport.
That's why you sipping on that Rebel right now. You getting ready.
Our airport, while I love it because there's times where you can just show up and go straight through TSA, there's also limited flights from here because it's San Antonio. It's literally, I think
You got to drive to Austin or Houston if you want
Joel
direct anywhere.
Osteen's house is bigger than our airport.
Fuck
Well,
Joel
he's got a
Osteen.
freaking
You know what I'm
NBA
saying.
arena.
I know.
I mean,
I will say this:
You don't like our airport,
I
Mike.
love, but I don't hate our airport at all. I fly out of there all the time, and it's great.
What, you got to
and
stop in
out.
L.A. though, right?
Sure. Well, I go to Hawaii.
Well, everyone
No
stops
one-
in
yeah.
L.A.
I have
right?
to-
And there's no direct to Hawaii.
It depends.
Is there a direct to Hawaii?
Not
From
from
Austin.
From Austin.
Yeah, from Austin.
Yeah.
Like direct. Like
Direct.
You don't land till you get to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Bergstrom to Honolulu.
nonstop Hawaiian Airlines.
Yes, sir. But I always fly out of here because it's cheaper. Because I usually fly alone. If it was me and Nina, then we'd probably go out of Austin, do first class.
Austin has direct nonstop to Amsterdam. They have nonstop to Germany. They have nonstop to London.
Nonstop?
London.
Yeah, nonstop.
Yeah, British Airways goes through Bergstrom Airport every day in Austin. They have 1 or 2 flights a day out of there. Yeah,
I've never flown first class.
really, you should one day.
It's nice.
Let's make that-
I've done it once,
Let's make that happen for.
and it was a
Rudy.
free upgrade. I didn't pay for it.
All right, we'll get your asses in there.
'Cause I
Become
can't
a
afford
member.
that
Become
shit.
a
Become
member.
a member.
We get 10,000 members at $6 a month. Do the math on that. You can do some first class.
Yeah.
Let's get the members up. All right. Let me say this real quickly about
Go
the
ahead.
airport and our city and our
Yeah, go
quirkiness
ahead.
and how Austin's cool and the airport kicks our ass. That's fine. 30 years ago, there were people in Austin that bitched about how shitty our airport was, how hard everything is in Austin. And that city changed. And every old school Austinite who used to bitch about how quirky that city was would give their left nut to go back to the old days. But what the Californians have done to that city, the tech industry has done to that city. Austin's a great city. I happen to like Austin. I cannot meet an Austin-born person who says they wouldn't flip the switch and go back to the old days. Just be careful what you wish for. That's it. That's all I'm saying. In
I
defense,
just wish
in
for
defense of my
a
town, San Antonio,
nonstop
Texas.
something other than what the fuck is Frankfurt? Really? Give me a nonstop to London. Give me a nonstop to Paris. I mean, Wemby's here. He needs a nonstop home.
There must be some demand for Frankfurt.
There's no demand
Well,
for
why would they
Frankfurt
do-
because a cheap airline, whoever it is, signed up. I don't even know
it's
the
a
name of the
start.
airline.
It's a start, LG. It's a start.
This airline needed notoriety, so like, oh, let's team up with San
And by the
Antonio.
way, and of course, and I'm different. I'm not speaking. This is all opinions we're giving here. I don't like direct flights that are more than 6 hours. I like layover. I got to get my ass off. I get fucking cabin fever. I don't
I'd rather
mind
fly
layover.
direct.
When I go from San Antonio to Hawaii, I either go to Phoenix, L.A. I've gone to Denver. I've gone to San Francisco. Shit, I've gone to Minneapolis before because I'm cheap and because again,
No,
it's
no, no, I
usually
got
just
you.
me, and so I'm sitting back there in the back with the chickens. And I get the cheap ass flight, but I got 2
That's
connections.
me usually too.
I don't mind that.
I don't like,
I like
it
to get
because
off.
when I get off the plane and I'm in like Denver or Hong Kong or Tokyo, I'm going in the city and staying for 3 days and then continuing my journey.
Well, that's a different
Because
kind
I
of
don't
layover.
want a layover because I want to enter the city.
Well, that's a different
Or the
kind
country.
of layover. That's a stayover.
That's
no,
a
I'm just
stayover,
saying that's why I
right.
don't like layovers because I don't want to do that.
See,
Like,
I
don't
this
want
is
to
what I love about
sit in
this
the
show.
airport.
Y'all are teaching me about travel. Because again, me and my wife, we've been a few places not anywhere near what y'all have done. So we
You
need
will.
to do a travel show.
It's coming.
That's the reason why Anna wants to move somewhere, even though she loves this city. Because if you've been born and raised here and you've only lived here, I think a lot of San Antonians are like, I'd be cool to live in Chicago for a year.
Yeah, because
Or
it's
try
not, the
LA
city
for
isn't
you.
going anywhere,
No,
right? So
no.
like you're a perfect example of that. Like, hey, yeah, you were here, and then you were in there, and then you were there, then you were there, and guess what? When all said and done, you came back, and San Antonio was still here.
This is home.
So it's
Yeah.
cool. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to go try something else because San Antonio isn't going anywhere.
Absolutely. Like Nina has lived here forever. She's never lived in any town but this one.
Just San Antonio,
Just
born
San
and
Antonio.
raised.
Just San Antonio. And so we have no plans to move. I doubt we do. But when her son gets out of high school, he's 15. I could see her. I could see
When y'all
us.
are empty nesters, you never know.
Yeah, I don't think we'd ever want to go live permanently somewhere, but hopefully this show does well enough to where maybe we go spend 3 months, in LA, 6 months in Miami, and then we come home. Because this show, we can do it from anywhere in the world, literally.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're still doing this show in 3 years when he graduates, I could see her saying, "Hey, let's go live in Denver for a month." Cool by me. Isn't that cool? That sounds neat.
Sounds awesome.
And for someone who's only been here, they want to get that fever scratched. You know what I mean? So,
100%.
yeah, man. All right, this show brought to you in part by, where am I down to?
This is
Re-roof. All right, this is the last
Travel
day.
segment.
It is the last day to comment and share and like and follow both Re-Roof of Texas and Love You Hard TV. Love You Hard TV is our parent. It's the company that runs in the building. So follow Love You Hard on Instagram and Facebook. And also like Re-Roof of Texas on Facebook. Follow Re-Roof of Texas on Instagram. Rudy and I dropped a video on Monday of us up on top of a roof. There's a picture of my ass crack showing, which is embarrassing, but I'll do anything for a client.
You love to show your ass.
I do. I'm just kidding. I'm pretending I don't. I do. I'm nasty. We should use that as an example on all future business meetings. Look what Taylor's willing to do for the client. This is an example right here. Re-Roof of Texas, the official roofing company of our show. Go comment on that post we had Monday. And in the morning, they're going to pull a name, and if they pull your name, I am going to hand deliver in person a $250 Amazon gift card. Now, if you live in Chicago, we're going to mail it to you. But if you live anywhere near San Antonio, I'm going to deliver it to you
You'll drive to
personally.
Fredericksburg?
No, we're pushing it.
Exactly.
All right, let's put some boundaries on it right now.
Yeah, put some
then.
boundaries. I'm trying to help you.
I ain't going to Blanco. I'll go to Bulverde.
Bernie.
I'll go to Bernie.
Okay, cool.
All right, and I'll go to.
Marbach.
Okay, that's still San Antonio. No, I'll go down.
My bad. Go
Just
ahead.
pull the map out here. Let's put some boundaries on this shit.
You can go to New Braunfels.
Hell no. He ain't going to New
I
Braunfels.
would. No, if I'm gonna go to Bulverde, that's the same distance as New Braunfels.
San Marcos.
No, I ain't going to San Marcos. Y'all on. We'll mail it to you. I'll go as far as Castroville. I'll go to Bulverde. I'll go to Lavernia. And I'll go to Poteet. That's all directions.
Poteet ain't bad.
That's as far as I'm going.
All right, cool.
Anywhere in that circle.
Strawberry
Don't bag
Festival.
on Poteet.
Terrible
we
event.
have okay. Let's get to 5,000 members, then we can trash all the little cities in the area. I'll go anywhere in that zone, within that circle.
It's not even during strawberry season. They don't have
exactly.
strawberries.
There's nothing
Leave
there right
that
now.
town alone. They're just
They got a
little-
Bud Light strawberry Rita for you. That's it. And strawberry plants that haven't even bloomed yet.
I got shout outs to do before we get out of here.
All right, let's
Thank
go.
you to the official business attorney of Love You Hard Television and Thunderdome, Matt Duke, who handled our LLC.
Yes. Shout out to Matt for
Shout
sure.
out to him. We are now official. We have a bank account and everything. Shit.
Yeah.
You're stuck here, bro.
I know. I was
You have
sitting,
to sue your way
Yeah, I
out.
was sitting there like, damn, they want my social.
So if you are a company, a business owner, and you need a lawyer for advice, an attorney to help you through a business start, we went through a guy called Matt Duke. Shout out to Matt Duke, who worked with us, and he was super cool and walked it, helped, and God knows we're just, LG's fairly business savvy. I am not fairly business savvy, and this guy Matt Duke, he recognized, okay, I'm dealing with inexperienced guys,
Idiots.
and he held our hands through the whole thing.
I'm like Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis. If you shake my hand, I trust you.
Well, thank you to Matt
That's
Duke.
the problem.
Well,
That's not a good
all right, and don't forget. So we have an appearance tomorrow night. All right, Rudy's off tomorrow. He's traveling. That's why we have no more members only this week, because Rudy's traveling. So this is his last show of the week.
Sorry.
He'll be back on Monday. He's doing something really cool. He's on a business trip. But it's also, I think, could benefit this company too.
It will.
No pressure, but
It will.
Okay, get them all signed up while you're out there.
will.
All right, Rudy's got a week-long journey he's going to embark upon. He'll be with us next week, but he won't be with us on Friday. I'm on my own Friday, but that's okay. And then Friday night we're going to be at the Ringer. We're going to be at the Ringer tomorrow night.
Some of Thunderdome will be happy.
Then kiss my ass.
They love you.
Oh, why you do that to yourself?
No,
you're Rudy J.
No, but there's nothing wrong with liking Destiny's Child and Beyonce. Does that make sense?
So am I Beyonce or No.
like Destiny's Child? I'll be Kelly Rowland. Kelly's dope.
No? We're Belle Biv DeVoe.
So who are you? You
Oh.
Michael Bivins? Or you Ron DeVoe?
You
Or you
tell
Ricky
me.
Bell?
Oh, we're New Edition.
Are you Ralph Tresvant? Or you Johnny Gill?
I don't care.
You could be Ralph. I'll be Johnny.
We all have solo careers.
Who you wanna be,
but as
LG?
together we're great.
You want to be Michael Bivins? No, LG's Michael Bivins because Bivins was the business guy.
All right.
And he put records together.
So he's Biv.
He's Biv. You could be Ralph Tresvant.
Fine.
And I'll be Johnny Gill.
And we had fine solo careers.
Yes.
But together we made Love Magic.
We made Can You Stand the Rain?
I know, shit.
Which is the best slow song of all time.
Oh my God.
It's the best slow jam. In my house, when we take a road trip, if we're going to Dallas, we're going to Houston, whatever, as a family, this is not me. This ain't me doing a bit.
Okay.
As a family, we sing Can You Stand the Rain?
Oh.
Word for word.
Oh.
Word for word. If you don't know Can You Stand the Rain, you cannot be a Johnson.
Any lady can handle it when the sun's out.
You see what I'm talking about?
But they're going to be rainy days.
Give me some.
And if you're still riding with me on the rainy days, then we're good.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I'm having sex with Johnny Walker tomorrow night. I'm sorry.
Tell Johnny I said, what's up?
Broadcast sex.
And tell Johnny I said, welcome to the SEC.
That's how much I miss you already. Just in 6 weeks, you leave me. I can't do it alone no more.
Tell Johnny
I'll
I
fight
said,
through
welcome
Friday.
to the SEC.
Okay.
Welcome to the SEC,
All right, so-
where 4 losses is normal.
Well, I know, but it'll get you fired. But it's normal. It's hard. So we'll have Johnny with us at the Ringer tomorrow night. But we're back on this show tomorrow at 11. Safe travels to Rudy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's
Will
it. We're
do.
done. Love y'all very hard. Peace out. I got barbecue tickets I'm selling at the Ringer. Get your asses in there and buy barbecue tickets.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.